drew me in was, as part of my interview, I got to teach a lesson to some of the kids that went here, and it was just so much fun teaching them because they were all so excited to be here, and they all, were so interested in what we were talking about. So you could tell they were really invested in the school. I left then that day, I just walked outside the door and I thought, man, I really hope I get this job because those kids were so much fun to work with.
The way we do our humanities class is a class that everybody takes, and it's team taught by all 4 teachers, and so we all contribute to it, and it kind of spills over into the classrooms. We also have a theme for each quarter. So the theme for this quarter is perception, and so in history we talk about different events or different people. We talk about the perception of those people or the perceptions of the people at that time about what was happening, or we talk about our perception now and looking back at it. So there's a connection there.
I think of humanities, I just think of the world. We kind of study different aspects of the world and people as a whole.
Well, I think that one of our strengths is that we have a really flexible schedule. So when we get speakers in, or we can go see a movie at the Ross, or we can go to an art gallery, or we can go to Sheldon, we can go to Wesleyan, and we have the flexibility of changing our schedule around. So it's a fit for kids that want to do those kinds of things.
I came here and I realized that I really, really liked it, and how there was a lot of things to do with the world, with the humanities aspect of the program. I really liked that you could learn a lot more things about the world, and then also the art part, it was you could focus on things that you really wanted to do. For me, I love photography.
And I really enjoy one-on-one. I can talk to each student individually and find out where they're at as artists and really build on that. And that's what I enjoy, is the fact that it's a smaller environment, so you can really get more out of it as a teacher as well as a student, because you're really communicating with the kids. You're not just telling them this is the assignment, go do it, and you're actually working through it with them, each one.
I've always been interested in art as a whole, visual, writing, theater, all that kind of stuff, and so I've always been a writer. I've always gotten any type of personal feelings out with writing, and they had some interesting writing classes that we're starting this year thanks to Miss Ball.
No, we don't have art classes all day. Generally, the arts and humanities kind of references the general leaning of the curriculum, in that we'll kind of tie art and the humanities into plausibly unrelated classes.
A student who would really, really do well here would be one who can work really well independently and really kind of take charge of what they want to do with their education. And also students who are just interested in exploring lots of different ideas.
It helps when we work on humanities because it helps you get different points from people, like when we went over to Occupy, and you heard other people's perspectives on things, which helps with essays and writing.
Before I came to arts and humanities, I wasn't really an artistic student, and then they put me in, right now I'm currently taking painting and photography as art classes, and it really expanded my knowledge of that and skill of it. Now, photography is my main thing.
What we look for, especially, we've seen this when students are more self-motivated and have a higher sense of responsibility. You have an open environment like this, and you kind of tend to forget that some kids might not be mature enough to handle it. After the first month or so, if we get new students and they see the shows we put up here once a month, we try to have once a month, the First Friday shows, they realize that that maybe some of their peers have pieces up, that they want to be part of this, and you kind of see the big difference after that.
Well, we have a wide variety of kids, and so it's definitely not a select program in the sense that there's only a few people who could qualify, because we have kids here who are not visual artists. We have kids who are more writers or more thinkers or kids who are just trying to figure out who they are. So it's a broad spectrum of students who are here.
I think just seeing how people interacted with each other and seeing like the like-mindedness of others, well, it made me realize that I fit in here, and it's a good feeling to have, knowing that I was comfortable here. So
yeah, because of kind of the environment and the kind of open-endedness of humanities, it does lend itself to a lot of different interests.
Here and then gone on to college or gone on to do something else who said that, who've indicated to us that it was an advantage for them to go to school here, just in terms of scheduling their time and being responsible for their work and getting sort of a head start on the kinds of things that they run into, post high school.
But really, it's not as much a career track, it's more just the type of learning and type of education that they're interested in. Because we also really work for the students to see connections between all the other subjects, so it's not, we leave English class, we're going to social studies, we're done thinking about English now, we're not thinking about it until we, get back in that class. Same thing, we don't leave social studies and go to math, and we're done thinking about social studies, we're not going to think about it the rest of the day. We really try and integrate everything together so that the students see how everything's really connected with each other.
The possibilities are kind of endless, and I think we're a good sort of launching pad for those kinds of things.
A lot of this is about being creative about your life and being creative about your choices and imagining possibilities and not, we are to some degree nonconformist here, so what kids consider in terms of choices and possibilities isn't necessarily what would be considered mainstream. And so I think it's a lot about just keeping an open mind, using your imagination, and being aware of the possibilities and not limiting yourself.